want to go through the budget request workflow, and I'm very excited about it because it's going to be really step by step. So make sure you pay attention. So in this budget request workflow, we have different pages and different roles. And I think you have watched the webinar about portals. Mo also showed you this is a portal, and all of my team members in different departments have access to this template, this form in this portal. And if you check the user portal page, you will see the different users that have access to this with their roles. So we have employee role, we have manager role, department head, finance team, executive, and system admin. And these are my portal users. And I want to show you each of them and how they can access the whole process. I have disabled the sign up thingy because I have enabled all of the users and I don't want new users sign up. I will add them to the user base myself in this case. You can enable it if you want other people sign up, but in this case, because it's an internal tool, we don't want it on. And you can allow them to log in with OTP. A code will be sent to their email address and they can log in. And I have added the user field to my budget request submission. We will go through it. So in this form, we have a form, which is the, guess what, budget request submission. So in this form, the user answers a few questions about themselves. What's your name? What's your email address, what department you work in, and what's the name of your brilliant project, how much will it cost, what date, and tell us more about their project, and upload any files, and then submit it, like add additional information and submit. So let's edit the form because we enabled the user field on this form in the portal process, in the portal wizard, as I just showed you. The user field will be added to this form. If you don't know what it is, watch the portals tutorial or the portals webinar. And this is the user field, and it's connected to my users base. So whenever someone, and the auto submit is enabled, this option. So whenever someone submits this form, their information will be captured, and that submission will be assigned to the logged in user. And if we go back to the page settings, the access of the page, you will see that only logged in users have access to this form. So if I check this, the public link of this in a incognito page. Hope you see this. Okay, Mo, please tell me if it's not visible, this page. So in the incognito page, you see only home pages viewable, because the rest of the pages are only accessible for specific logged in users or all of the logged in users. So yeah, so only the home page is visible and nothing else can be showed. Hope you see that. Mo is going to tell me if you don't see.
Yeah, we saw it.
Awesome, thank you. Okay, I don't want our audience miss anything. Good. So you see the pages, because I'm logged in as an admin and I have access. I have created this dashboard. I can see everything, of course, because I have created them. But the logged in users and non-logged in users won't see them unless they log into the portal. And going back to the incognito page, actually, after accepting the cookies, here you have an option to log in. And when you click that, your users can enter their credentials to log into your portal. And because we have enabled the OTP, they can enter their email address, get a code on their email, and log in with that code without any password. So it's pretty easy and simple for people to log in and not save passwords, and secure. So this is a tutorial for different roles in the departments, for employees, managers, and approvers, for finance team members, and executives. So I have a page for my requests. This page, because I'm an admin, I see all of the requests, but when the logged in user sees this page, they only see their own submissions. So if I'm Sarah Johnson and I have submitted this form, I see this here. But if I'm not, if I'm somebody else, I don't see anything. I only see what I have submitted. Why? Because it's filtered by the user field. So if you add a filter to your page and enable this and select the user field here, your table will be automatically filtered for each user. So each user will only see their own responses. So let's see it in action. I'm an employee, and let's close this incognito. I'm an employee. I have logged in as Sarah Johnson. Right? I have changed the email address to be able to log in, but Sarah Park, okay. And here is my form. I can see the form. Everybody who logs in can see the form. I can submit the form and request for budget. And I can see my requests right here. So if I add another submission here, I will see that other submission in another row. So I can see all of my requests here, but other people won't see it. Let's see. Another user access is the head of department. And this is a user who's head of department. It's Steve Cragen, and they have access to the form. Everybody who has logged in has access to the form. Let me show you again. The access on the form is logged in users, but the access on my request is also logged in users. So everybody who is in my team should be able to request and submit a request and see their own requests, right? But not everybody should be able to see other people's requests. This is Sarah, so she can see her own requests, but this is the head of department. So the head of department hasn't submitted anything yet. So they won't see Sarah's submission, right? They only see their own submission. So if this user logs in and submits this form, they will see their own request here. But now this is the head of the department, and he or she is responsible for approving the requests. So I have added another page for pending approvals. So this is the pending approvals that I, as the head of the department, have the responsibility to check and approve or not approve. So this is how you can manage things in this case. And going back to the application, you see here the pending approvals has access limit to specific user access levels, and it's the department head. So only the department head sees this page, and they can see which rows are here. It's filtered. This table is filtered based on the status. And if the status is submitted, it means that a new request has been submitted, and I have, as the head of department, have to check it out. If I have different departments, maybe different roles, you can also add another filter, for example, for the department. Which department are you? And filter it for sales, and change this to sales pending approvals, and give it access to team members who are only in the who are a sales department head. Add a new access role and select it here. So this is how you can manage things and make sure that your portal is filtered and your managers can see what's where. And yep, so this is about the pending approvals. Then we have a Kanban here. In the Kanban, we are showing all of the stages. Actually, it's a good overview of all stages and the requests. So here I see all of the submitted requests, and you can drag and drop and move them to the next stage or the next stages after. So this is the name of the project. You can change it. Maybe you want to show the title. The title should be the name of the requester or something. So you can select what fields to show on the card and what not to show. And then the stages of this process is first submitted. And as you see here, we have an admin only field for the status for the stages of requests. And so it's submitted, department approved, finance approved, executive approved, and needs revision or rejected. So the default value is submitted. So when the form is submitted, the status will change to submitted. So it will show up in the pending approval. So the head of the department approves it. And this filters this table is filtered based on the submitted requests. So the head of department approves them. And then it goes to the finance team. So the finance approves or not approves as well. At any stage, if they don't want to approve, they will move to reject it, right? So so it will be updated. And so they can remove the cards to different stages: finance approved, executive approved, and or needs revision. And yeah, so then let's say, okay, the department head approved this card. Next, it goes to the finance team. And the finance team has another view, which is filtered based on the status, which is department approved. So any approval that has been made by the department will be shown up here. And right now there's nothing. If I change this card status to department approved, I will see it right here in the finance review. So, and it won't show up in the pending approvals because there's nothing. We only have one row here, and there's nothing in this status in the submitted status. So this is department approved, and now the finance team has to approve it or not approve it. And if it's approved, they can edit it and change the status, or just check the requests overview and move it to the next stage. So if the finance approves it, it moves it to finance approved. If the finance doesn't approve it, moves it to rejected. You can also add a long text field to your base. Edit base from here, add a long text field, make it admin only, and ask the approvers, ask the executives and managers in your team to leave a note for why it was rejected, why it was approved, and such information. So it can be more helpful for your workflow, so you know why something wasn't approved or was approved. And so your you can give feedback to your employees this way to match their request. Maybe they didn't provide enough information, maybe the budget request wasn't fulfilling or something. So this is the financial review, and the finance team can see the cards, the requests that have been approved by the department head, and they show up here. And there's a chart here for budget analysis. We have added different charts, so it shows which departments are requesting most of the budget, and what are the status of each status of the requests. So maybe this way you can find the bottlenecks, which departments are taking longer to approve the requests. And like that. And you can also use AI, the AI analyze block, by using /analyze. And with this block, you can analyze your data, maybe analyze and ask questions right here about your approval workflow, which departments are taking longer, which departments are approving better, which teams are asking better requests, how are the projects going on, and things like that. You can get so many insights using AI on your data. And the next page is for executive dashboard. So this is for the executive. Whenever the financial team approves one of the or any of the requests, they will show up here. And let's move it. Let me show you. So now I will move it to finance approved. It means that the finance team has approved this card, this request, and now it's waiting for executive approved. So it will show up in the executive dashboard, and the executive team can see it here. They can review it and approve or reject. And you can see your status field here. You can change it right here or access through the request overview. And as I mentioned, each of these pages are accessible to different roles. For example, the financial review page is accessible to the finance team and executives. And the request overview is accessible to the department head. You can make it accessible to other roles as well, maybe the finance team and executive as well, so they can easily drag and drop and move the cards. But getting back to different users, if you check here, I am logged in here as Sarah Johnson, and if I refresh, I see the status of my request, which is finance approved, and I know it's approved by the finance and waiting for the executive approval. And going to the head of department, if you refresh this page, you will see the pending approvals, and like there's nothing pending for you because the status has been moved on to executive approval, so there's nothing for you to check here, and you're good to go. But you also have access to this overview, so you see all of the requests and which is where. And you, as the head of the department and as a finance team, can also request budget as well. And again, this is a different role. This is the finance team. They have access to the budget analysis. They have access to financial review, and they can also request budget, of course, because they're also an employee, and they can request different budgets for different projects. So it's good. And on the executive level, actually, I haven't logged in yet. Let me see. I think I didn't send. Okay, anyway, so I haven't logged in yet as the executive, but yeah, you can log in using your dashboard, and the executive will have access to this page and these two pages. We'll make this a public template. You can pick it up and use it in your use cases and see how it works, and use it with different users. And for your information, to test it out, make sure to change these email addresses to your email addresses so you can log in and test it out for yourself.